Hey, this is Natasha Ifoma, and I am back with another video. This time I'm reviewing everything that I did while I was in Chicago. Stay tuned. So I flew into Chicago from New York. It was about a 2-hour flight. The Chicago train system was conveniently located right outside of the terminal, so we were able to get 3-day passes for unlimited rides, and that was just so convenient while we were there. So I took the bus and the train everywhere that I went, and it was just so easy to get around and figure out where I was going. Definitely saved tons of money on Ubers and definitely saved time because there was so much traffic. Not a place where you want to drive too much. Definitely reminded me of New York City very, very much. The amount of people walking the streets, the traffic, the skyline, I see why people say that it reminds them of New York, except very, very clean. I would have to agree with that. Chicago was very beautiful. All the bus and train rides were an average of about 25 to 30 minutes, so that wasn't bad at all. I did have a lot of time before I was able to check into my hotel, so I started off with a brunch. So the first place we stopped at was called Batters and Berries. It is a Black-owned establishment known for its brunch, and it did not disappoint. They had a lot of options on the menu, but I decided to go with their famous French toast flight. So it came with different flavors, such as mojito flavor of the week, caramel, apple, strawberry, blueberry, and all of them were amazing. My friend had catfish, and that was pretty good. The eggs weren't so great, but overall it was a good meal. Back on the train, we went to our next stop. I did see a Hampton Social, which I did not go to, but I have been to in Nashville, Tennessee, and it was very good there. Ivy Hotel is the hotel that I stayed in, and I do have a video dedicated to that hotel. Make sure you check that out too. Again, like I said, it was very, very crowded in the streets, the cars and the people as well. We stopped by Millennium Park so that we could see the bean. It was a very beautiful day to be out there. I went in August, the beginning of August. So it was great to experience Chicago in the summertime. Definitely not some place that I want to be in the winter. This was the bean. There was no big deal to it at all. There was way too many people out there. I took a couple of pictures and left. That was it. But it was cool to see. There were places to eat and chill right outside of where the bean was. It was just a cute little park. The Godfrey was another hotel that was on my list. I was eyeing it for a while, but the price was just a little bit too high for me. They did have a rooftop that I wanted to visit, so we went there. It's called the Urban Roofscape, and it was really pretty. It was very, very, very nice. The decor was really dope. I went during a happy hour time, and it was not many people there at all. You could see all kinds of views from there, and it was pretty cool. We ordered some truffle fries and avocado toast off of the happy hour menu, which I was not a fan of the avocado toast just because of the salmon. I don't eat raw fish, but other than that, it was pretty good, and the truffle fries were really good. Here you can see some of the happy hour menu prices, and it was a big difference, so I appreciated that. I did have a frozen rosé, and that was really good. I'm sorry I didn't get a picture of that. I thought I did, but I didn't, and they had really good aesthetics for pictures, so that was dope. And there was also an inside. I purchased tickets from Wendella Boat Rides to have an architecture tour. It was a sunset tour because I wanted to see the buildings and everything during the day and at night because I thought it would be a beautiful view, and I was right. It was absolutely gorgeous. So the tour started at about 7 o'clock, and it was an hour and a half. They do have 45-minute tours, and that I would suggest because I feel like the hour and a half was way too long, and the 45 minutes is more than enough to get information on the different buildings in Chicago and again to see the buildings during the day and at night. They also had for sale drinks and snacks, so you have that on the boat if you're interested in that. And it was very informative. There was a tour guide, and she was very, very informative. She had so much information about the different buildings and the architecture, and it was just a cool experience. So I'm glad that I did that. I made a quick stop at Nandos, which I did have when I was in London, so I knew how good the food was there. And I took it to go, so I just had some chicken, which is what they are famous for. And I had it with some corn, rice, and garlic bread, and everything was really good. It was just as good as it was when I had it when I was in London. So definitely someplace you may want to check out. This was the rooftop of the Black-owned Ivy Boutique Hotel that I stayed one night at. And again, I do have a separate video on that if you want to check that out. I did make a quick stop at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery because it is the largest one in the world. It was 5 different floors, and it had everything you can think of. Actually, they didn't have the drink that I like, which is a cinnamon dolce latte. They didn't make that drink there, but it was cool. I did go to 360 Chicago, and I wanted to see views of the Chicago skyline from high up in the air. The views are from about 1,030 feet up in the air, and then they also have a tilt effect, which I did do. So you tilt over into the skyline and see everything that's going on. That was a little scary, but I did it anyway. It was absolutely gorgeous. The tilt was a little scary, but it was doable. I had fun. My next stop was to another Black-owned restaurant, which was Taste 222. I definitely enjoyed myself here. The decor was really nice. The service was really good. Our waitress was really, really nice. And of course, the food was good as well. So I really have no complaints about this place at all. This was the drink that I had. It came with the side of rosé. It was some type of rosé drink. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was really good. We also ordered mac and cheese, truffle fries, and avocado toast. Everything was very tasty. I did mention that I stayed one night at the Ivy Boutique Hotel. The hotels were really expensive at the time that I went to Chicago, so I decided to stay at an Airbnb for the rest of the time I was there. So the travel to get to the Airbnb, I also still took the train and the bus. It was more in the Hyde Park area, which was a really nice area, and the Airbnb was really super cute. This is it here. Just wanted to show it to you really quickly. And this was the living room and the kitchen. Very, very cutesy. It was a 2-bedroom, and it was way more affordable than all of the hotels downtown at that time. So that is why I made the decision to do the Airbnb. It was very clean, and the host was very gracious. Chemistry was the next stop for dinner. It was a Black-owned steakhouse, the first Black-owned steakhouse in Chicago. This was a very upscale, dainty spot, and the food was really good. The entertainment was nice as well. This good place to have a birthday party if you're interested in something like that. The drinks were priced between about $18 and $20. Just to give you an idea of the price range, I did have the filet mignon with the mac and cheese, and it was delicious. My friend had the salmon. It came with mashed potatoes, and I believe that she enjoyed that as well. These were some breadsticks that were so good, I couldn't resist taking a piece before I took a picture of it. Where we stayed in Hyde Park had plenty of places that were within walking distance. Again, the bus and the train were my best friend, but there were things that I could actually just walk to, so that was a very convenient thing as well. The next day, we did decide that we wanted to take a trip to the beach. There are 26 beaches, 24 to 26 beaches along the 28 miles of Chicago's waterline. So that was something that I was kind of like, yeah, we should definitely go to the beach. But before we did that, we did go to Cotto Steak and Hibachi. It's another Black-owned restaurant, and they had hibachi to go pretty much. It wasn't like the hibachi that they cook in front of you, but it was really, really good. I had steak and shrimp, and it was so tasty. It was so enjoyable. I definitely would recommend a stop to that place. So yeah, we took the bus there before we went to the beach. So like I was saying before, there's about 24 to 26 beaches to choose from. We chose to go to 57th Street Beach in Chicago, and it was a good choice. The beach was very, very nice. The water was cold though. It was about 90 degrees outside, but the water was still freezing. And it was a beautiful park right next to the beach. It was just a good time. I definitely enjoyed myself, and I'm glad that I got to experience one of the beaches in Chicago. I do want to take this time to thank you so very much for coming to watch a video on my channel, whether this is your first time here or whether you're back for another video. And I do want to take this time to ask that you subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Your support helps so much with the success of this channel, so thank you very much. Our next stop was to a spot called Tribe. They are known for their brunch. They are also known for live music. We missed the live music and we went at night, so we didn't have the brunch. They did have a late night menu though, so we had some coconut shrimp and some quesadillas, which were pretty good. Nothing to complain about. This is where they would have the live music if we were there on time, and it was just a cute little spot. Definitely something that I would recommend as well. On our last day in Chicago, we did decide to go to Reggie Hathorn's candle making therapy class, and it was so cool. This is also a Black-owned business, and they did help us make the candles from beginning to end. The package did include wine. We went through a variety of fragrances to choose which fragrances we wanted to put together to make our candle. It was going to take about 2 hours for the candle to dry. So, of course, you want to guess what we did? Of course, we went to eat. We went to another brunch. We went to Francis, or the Brunchery, which is formerly known as Francis, another Black-owned business. And we decided to have some margaritas, some mango margaritas, which were really good. They sat us right away. They did close at 3 p.m. So it is a true brunch spot, and we made it in time. This was a lobster and grits meal, purple grits, and it was really good, actually. I don't know why the grits were purple. And this was another French toast flight, similar to the one at Batter and Berries. So this was everything that we did in Chicago. I do hope that you enjoyed this video and found some value in it. And if you did, I would hope that you would subscribe and hit a comment or a like, and join us again for another one. Can't wait to talk soon.